Hey you guys, I had so much fun in the mountains last week. I went up for a little family vacation, and really it's been several years since I've been up there on vacation where I've had long enough to go around and do some fun things. And so I'm going to do a little series of things to do in the North Carolina mountains. And the first thing I wanted to share with you was the gem mining. Okay, I love just, you know, gemstones and crystals. Whether they're in jewelry or just raw pieces that I have sitting around the house, I love gemstone. So gem mining was like so much fun. Couple of little things that you may not know. In 1799, the first gold in the United States was discovered in North Carolina on a farm in Cabarrus County. A farmer's son, 12 years old, playing out in the field, finds this 17-pound hunk of gold. They don't really know what it is, so they actually used it as a doorstop for a couple of years until someone came along and they were showing it to them. They discovered it turned out it was gold, and there was actually a Carolina gold rush long before the California gold rush. Blue Ridge Mountains, the Appalachian Mountains, are some of the oldest formations on the planet. So it stands to reason that there's some pretty good minerals and gemstones in the soil, and in western North Carolina that is the case. There's a lot of corundum, which is what ruby and sapphires are, and there are a lot of sapphire mines and ruby mines in the mountains. I actually went to Cherokee Ruby and Sapphire Mine and the Sheffield Mine in Franklin, and it was a lot of fun. It was so much fun. They have native buckets where they've actually pulled dirt from a mine on the property right there. You get a little pan that goes over the sluice. You dump your dirt in. You stick it down in the water. Get all the dirt and see what gemstones you find in there. At the Cherokee mine, it was all native buckets, and we were looking for rubies. Some other things popped up like kyanite, a lot of quartz, naturally that's found in the mountains, and so that was really what we found there. I found some really small rubies, nothing big enough that I could really have cut and set in anything. At the Sheffield mine, they have the native buckets where you can look just for North Carolina rubies, but they also have rainbow buckets, they call them, and these buckets are seeded with gemstones from other areas around the world. And the same principle, it's in a bucket of dirt. You dump it, you clean it out and see what jewels you have. And I got some really beautiful emeralds in that one, a lot of garnets. Just fascinated by the amount of garnets, both that were native in the native North Carolina buckets and in the seeded buckets. But it was so much fun to just sit here and dump this dirt in this little colander looking thing and see what gems you've got and compare them with what the other members of my family were getting and who was going to get the coolest stuff. It was a lot of fun. So if you're into gemstones at all, or you have kids that love rocks and playing in the mud, gem mining is definitely something that you want to check out in the North Carolina mountains. And there's a lot of different mines up there. I'm hoping to go back in the fall and maybe go to a couple of other mines, and I'll try to do more vlogging at the actual place when I get there. I meant to do that this year, but I was having so much fun I didn't want to stop and video. So I've got some still shots that I've thrown in this little slideshow going while we've been talking, but it's a lot of fun, and I recommend it. It just brings out the kid in you. It's fun to play in the mud. So check it out. I will have some more things to do in the North Carolina mountains coming up in some future videos. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell. So when I put a new video you're the first to know about it, and we can look for beauty, humor, and fun in everyday life together. I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.